Hey, Brown Beauties. Welcome to Living Inflammation Free with me, Andretta Robinson, your functional nutrition health coach.
And I'm Aaqila Harvey.
We are your mother-daughter hosts, bringing two different generations together bi-weekly to give you easy, actionable steps to help rid your body of chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is the root cause of many health issues in our community and is running rampant.
Living inflammation free is about creating the future life you want to have to live happy, healthy, and full of energy. It's about releasing fear so you'll never have to worry about doctor's visits. We teach you how to live with choosing food choices without compromising the taste. We provide you with science-based information to help eliminate chronic inflammation through nutrition and lifestyle.
Once we know what choices we have, we can do better because we know the struggle to stay healthy is real. We invite you to come as you are, but leave inspired to become your best healthy self.
So let's get started.
Hey, Brown Beauties, we're back.
We are back in this thing.
So, you got anything new to report to the people out there, Aaqila, about anything happened to you different?
I'm trying to figure out where you're trying to go with that.
I was going to say, did anything happen to you? Anything you want to share with the audience over the last 2 weeks, the last time?
Not really.
No? Okay.
Let me tell you, life has just been doing what it needs to do, and I have no complaints. I'm just, living the dream, as they say. You?
I guess the same, but still trying to adapt to, getting rid of inflammation. So today we're going to talk about the perfect smoothie. We're going to talk about how to calm that inflammation in your body through a smoothie. In other words, you're going to drink your vegetables. That's pretty much where we're going with this. Since a lot of people have so many problems getting their veggies in, we're going to talk about smoothies from every direction. We're even going to discuss store-bought smoothies. I know, they're out there. And will they give you what you need? Because we know smoothies is a perfect way to start your day, especially when you're in a rush or in a hurry, like most people are. So we're going to give you the basics of making a great smoothie with the best equipment to use and tips on how to keep your ingredients ready so that all you have to do is just drop them in your blender and go. So stay with us. We'll be right back. What is living inflammation free? To live inflammation free means to remove toxic foods, toxic people, and toxic environments from your life and replace it with nutrient-dense foods, people who can uplift you, and environments you can thrive in. At Brown Women Wellness, our vision is simple. It is to change the way people eat one bite at a time. Healthy food does not mean eating unsavory food. With spices and herbs, sauces, and savory flavors, healthy food can be tasty, and we aim to show you how to make it in easy recipes because we know with your busy schedules, it can be challenging. We also show you how to navigate eating out, read ingredients, and meal prep if that's your thing, because we know the struggle is real to cook every day. You can visit us at brownwomenwellness.com for tips on how to live inflammation-free, where you also will find recipes, and you can join our Brown Women Wellness Facebook group, and coming soon, the Brown Women Wellness community. You can email us at info@brownwomenwellness.com with any questions or suggestions on things you would like to hear on our show. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us on Apple, and now you can find us on YouTube.
All right, so we're back. And so this is all about creating the perfect smoothie. And let's start with the basics. So I think the most obvious thing that you'll need more than anything is the actual blender to create the smoothie.
Now, we've talked about blenders before, and that's why this probably seems so familiar. And there are a lot of choices out there for people to purchase. It all depends on your budget. I've had probably every type of blender you can have. And then one day I discovered Vitamix.
I can't.
When I discovered Vitamix, I thought I had died and went to heaven. First of all, I was in a sticker price shock.
It's not cheap.
Because I was paying them $79 and $89 and $85 and $55 for blenders. I had my NutriBullet and all this stuff. And every time, what was happening to me is the blenders will work for about maybe a few months or so, and then they get gummy and nasty, and you want to throw them away, and plus they stop giving you the consistency that you wanted, that real smooth consistency, and then ding-a-ling, here comes the Vitamix. Now let me tell you something about Vitamix. I did not know, Keela, or did you know this? Do you know that people leave Vitamixes in their wheels? They pass them down from generation.
Uh,
Yes, I knew you were gonna have that
that's a
reaction.
bit
But
much.
people actually put their Vitamixes and leave them for their next generation. That's how long a Vitamix can last.
I mean, I've had mine for 5 years now, I think. Yeah, it's going on somewhere in there 5, and
I
it works
I
like it did when I first bought it.
I mean, they are timeless. Now, what I did discover about them, the base, the cup that you put your ingredients in. Did you know they had a stainless steel version?
They have all types of different versions. They have stuff for if you want to make breads and doughs and pastas. They actually have a base for that. They have a stainless steel. They have the plastic one that I have. They even have a one that has glass and plastic combined.
Oh, I hadn't seen that one. When I
Yeah.
discovered the stainless steel one, it was just wash and go. All I had to do, that stainless steel one is just like stainless steel, everything else. You just rinse it out and just keep moving. You ain't got to sit there with your hand and struggle and try to clean it out so much like the plastic one. So, I mean, I thought I had discovered gold, but it's a high speed blender. And it's an investment, but it's an investment that gives you a lot of return. In fact, we're going to talk a little bit more about the Vitamix in another episode where we talk about appliances. So I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. So when your whole food, and I like to call my smoothies whole food smoothies. Now, a lot, okay, they got smoothie shops out here. And they got, you can almost literally go places now and get a smoothie. But what I have noticed is that they're giving you smoothies full of sugar. Okay. And so, and the sugar shock, I mean, we're trying to eliminate sugar is an inflammatory. So natural sugar is not. Okay. Natural sugar meaning your fruits. Okay. That's okay. But what we want to do is have a real healthy balance in your smoothie of proteins and fats and complex carbohydrates. You want to create a nutritional trifecta. Okay. That is the key to feeling full, because you also want to feel full after you have your smoothie, because a smoothie can take you through, it could be your breakfast, it could be your lunch. It can take you through at least 4 hours. What about you, Keela? Can it take you through 4 hours if you
It's
take?
taking me longer than that,
See,
actually.
and it depends on the ingredients that you put in there. Again, if you put things in there that's going to give you a sugar rush, you're going to get hungry fast, because that's what we know. Sugar is a craving, and then your body will start craving for more. So, so let's talk about how to make a smoothie. What goes in it first? So there's a balance in here. So you're going to need your liquid. That's how you're going to start. Or, you know what? I take that back. I used to start with my liquids. Let me tell you why I stopped starting with my liquid. Because I would put in 1 or 2 cups of liquid and have too much smoothie. and,
Oh,
and
I absolutely start with liquid
I,
first.
s- I just changed this. Let me tell you my ingredient. I go the opposite now. Now I put in all of my other ingredients and add my liquid last,
Well,
because it covers all those ingredients, and it's just enough of me to make a single serving, because I'm making a single serving.
well, I used to run into that issue, but then I just put in like a little bit of liquid, not a little bit, but a moderate amount. Then I put everything else in, but I keep liquid on the side because once the Vitamix, because that's what I use, is going, it'll stop at a certain point if it's not enough liquid. I'll just start to add the liquid to the top, and then it keeps it going.
So, okay, so see, I used to, wow, yeah, because it does have that little piece in the top.
Yeah, I just take that off and just pour the liquid in there while it's going. And then if it stops for whatever reason, because it's too thick, it'll start to thin it out and it keeps going. Because if I do it the other way around, it actually hurts your blades if you don't put the liquid first.
Well,
They tell you that.
I haven't had that experience, but yeah, and I understand where you're coming from, but typically you do start with 1 to 2 cups of liquid. Now, the liquid can be what a seed milk of your choice. It could be a nut milk of your choice,
Or water.
or water.
Or I use apple juice. I don't use a lot, but I use it because I like the way it tastes.
I'm just a little. I'd rather put the
Pure
apple.
apple juice.
I'd rather put the apple in and then use the apple juice. But I use now recently. I'm okay. So you also got coconut milk, you got almond milk, coconut water, oat milk, rice milk. All these different. Just don't put any dairy in there. Don't start with no whole milk, please. Okay. Um, Recently I got a trick, and it's saving me so much money. I now blend 1 cup of oatmeal, the oats for oatmeal that you make oatmeals with 2 cups of water in the Vitamix, because the Vitamix blends it up and turns it into
So you make your own oatmeal.
I'm making my own oat, and I've saved myself so much money. Now, of course, I have to shake it up every time I use it because it doesn't have any additives in it. Because what's happening here is the ones we're buying in the stores have additives. That's why they're able to stay in the consistency that they're in when you use them. So just a little side note, it's better, again, we're trying to stay anti-inflammatory here. So we read our ingredients, and please read your ingredients on your nut milks and your seed milks and your coconut water. A lot of them have added sugar and added oils in them that you don't need because those are all inflammatory. But that's where you start with your liquid. Okay, next is your greens. Yes, you're going to put greens in your smoothie. Yes, I know.
People put greens in their smoothie.
You and I do, but that's not what a lot of people normally do. That's not. It's not normal, so we can't think of it as normal. But let me just say this. You've heard us talk all the time about getting greens in every day because greens are one of the keys to anti-inflammatory. I mean, very much so. So what are some of the greens that you could use? And let me give you some hints too about greens. And you've heard me talk about this too. You got kale. You got the greens from the beets. Yes, you can use those leaves. You don't have to throw away those leaves that's on those beets when you buy beets. You got Swiss chard. You got spinach. And of course, you got romaine lettuce. My favorite go-to is kale and beet greens, because especially the greens from the beets, because when I had that little episode of high blood pressure, the beet greens were working to lower my blood pressure. So if you got any type of blood pressure issues, beet greens will definitely help take care of that. Now, you all know I like everything in my smoothie to be frozen. I like frozen things because I want a cold, and I don't use any ice. So one of the keys, and you've heard us talk about this before too, is to buy your greens, wash them, and store them in a Ziploc bag and put them in your freezer. And then when you're ready to use it, you take your hand and just smash that bag so you can smash those greens because they're frozen now. You smash them into a lot of little pieces, and you're going to take a handful or a cupful and throw it into your smoothie. I'm going to do a video on this one day and show you what I mean. One of my Brown Women Wellness people posted in the Facebook group her Ziploc bag full of kale. Everybody thought it was weed. And I want you to know we had more response on that than we had on how to make a smoothie. Everybody was making responses about, hey girl, where'd you get that weed? Was that weed you're showing on? It was kale. Okay. So that's one thing. So you want to get in 1 to 2 cups of greens. I put 2 cups in mine. And then you're going to choose fruit. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. You can put 2 cups of fruit. You can mix and match the fruits, but I'm going to give you another little hint. Get you some grapes. Clean your grapes. Red grapes, by the way, not green, because the redder they are, the more anti-inflammatory they are. Get you some grapes. Clean them. Freeze those, because what do grapes do? They can serve as your ice. Yes, your ice. So you're going to take the grapes, put them in a Ziploc bag, and just get a handful of the grapes and throw it into your smoothie along with your strawberries, your wild blueberry. Oh, by the way, wild blueberries, you guys, I had no idea that wild blueberries did all the things that they do. Wild blueberries has more antioxidants and more nutrients than any other berries. So not just those regular blueberries now, because you see those in the store. I'm talking wild. You have to really look for those wild blueberries. They're real tiny. Then you
They
got
sell them frozen in the frozen food section
some
of
stores.
Target,
Yeah, because it's Wyman's. I think
Whole
Wyman's is the
Foods.
brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And pineapples, pears, oranges, grapes, apples, whatever you fancy, bananas, whatever you fancy, you can use in there as long as it equals to 2 cups. Okay? Now we want to make it cream. Well, no, I'm sorry. Let's throw in some herbs. Now, I typically, instead of herbs, this is where I put my seeds. I'm going to do, because I want to get my omega-3 fatty acids in. And I don't eat any, since I don't eat any meat right now, I have to get it through my flaxseed, hemp hearts. I always throw in a handful of seeds, just so you know. So I'm getting that. And then you can also do a protein powder. There are so many protein powders that don't, I mean, your head will swim. If you want to make it really creamy and smoothie, you can throw in a protein powder. My favorite one is by Truvana. She makes one that tastes like a milkshake. She has a vanilla chai, chocolate. But you can throw a protein powder in there. You can also throw in the green powder. What is it? The one that you buy?
Oh, AG green,
AG1.
athletic greens.
Athletic greens, yeah. If you want to, if you know, if you're lazy and got time to be doing all this other stuff, just throw in a scoop of greens in there. You could throw in the athletic greens if you like, just so you can get your greens in that way too. And I know this sounds like a lot in the smoothie, but the smoothie is replacing a lot of your nutrients for the entire day. So if you don't even eat not one vegetable the rest of the day, you got your 8 servings right in your smoothie, okay? The other thing is I throw in a herb, and my favorite one is cilantro.
Ugh.
Yes, but you can't taste it.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. You don't taste it. I throw cilantro. The reason I throw cilantro in mine is because cilantro is good for the thyroid. And so I am using things that I know that address any issues that I could have had or whatever. So I throw that in. Or you could do parsley. You got basil. And don't forget ginger. You can throw a little knob of ginger in. You've seen ginger in the stores. Make sure you get organic ginger, by the way, because ginger is one of those things that collects a lot of pesticides. But get you organic ginger, and you just take them off one of those little knobs and throw it over in there if you want to. Then we want to make it creamy. Okay, this is the end. We're getting toward the end now of the smoothie. We want to make it a little creamy. So how can we make it creamy? Avocado, bananas, mango, cashews, nut butters, any of those things will make it creamy. And now we're ready to hit that button and go, that churn, you hear the Vitamix. The Vitamix is so loud until
It is loud.
It makes my dog just starts barking all over the place whenever I hit that button. But, so yeah, that's what you're going to do. That's going to give you a very smooth smoothie. What else do you do, Aaqila, to yours?
Well, I'm the lazy girl here. So let me just tell you what I do. There's a company called Blendtopia. Blendtopia actually has, let me pull it up so you can see it, Andretta. You tell us whether or not I'm on the right track to life.
Did you read the ingredients?
Yeah.
Okay.
They sell Blendtopia at Whole Foods. You can also buy it directly from their shop.
Oh, this is like it's already made smoothie.
It is, but what it is it's not. You have to blend it. So they have smoothies, right? So I'm going to show you. They come in like these little. They come whole fruit, but then they put like the super foods in there. Like, I'm gonna tell you the one that I really love, which is this one right here. So this one, it doesn't look like this, by the way, but it comes whole food. These are the nutrition facts. It's for energy. They have ones for energy. They have a keto smoothie. They have all these different types of smoothies. It's not too crazy to me.
Can I see the ingredients on that?
It's not too crazy to me in sugar content. So they have pineapple, banana, blueberry, coconut, cinnamon. And then they have the superfood chips, which is the chia seeds, flax seeds, cacao, and maca.
Okay, I could do that. We could do that.
I have this every single day. If it's not this one,
okay, we could do that.
Then it's the glow smoothie. And this one has pineapple, bananas, mango, spinach. Then it has hemp seeds, flax seeds, goji berries, leukemia, I don't know what that is, and turmeric.
So it's following the same formula.
It is.
Okay,
but this is what I mean.
But it's already made.
Correct. So
okay.
No, it's not already made. It's already frozen for you.
Okay.
And
so
it's
whole
ingredients.
And you throw
and
it
then
in
you just
your
put it in the
blender
blender with your liquid of choice and you keep it going.
I see.
So what I do is I use these packets and then I use apple juice and water and then I'll put in beet powder.
Then you start adding
I'll
things
put
that
in
you
my
like.
green powder.
Okay.
I'll put in what do you call it? It's not a protein, but it helps with elasticity of the skin and the nails and all that. No. You know what I mean.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
She hit me, y'all.
You know how
it's
like right there, but you can't think of it. It's like that collagen.
Oh,
That's what it is.
Collagen.
I started getting into and it's a vegan collagen that I put in there.
There's a vegan collagen?
Well,
because collagen comes from animals.
Well, okay. So, and then I started putting in a mushroom superfood mix.
Oh, we can talk about the mushrooms.
So it has reishi, it has shiitake.
Oh, you talking my language now.
A few different mushrooms. So that powder,
it's a powder.
It's a powder.
Okay.
It's made by a black company, actually.
Okay.
That powder.
You didn't turn me on to that.
No.
Why
that powder, I just started that.
Okay.
I just started adding the mushrooms.
Okay.
But I do add the mushrooms, the beet powder, the collagen, the AG1. I don't do the AG1 all the time.
I want you guys to hear what we adding into our smoothies.
On top of all of that. But here's the thing. The reason why I do apple juice instead of putting an apple in is because I like the taste.
You want something sweet.
And it gives it just a little, it don't give it too sweet.
Yeah, you look
But it gives it, because I don't have to add, honestly, if I didn't add anything to this and I just did the Blendtopia, which I've done many, many times, I'm good to go.
Yeah,
but I
got all the fruit in it.
Yeah, and I'm Andretta's child, so, I'm going to add in the whole kitchen sink. So this is the lazy girl's way. Cuts it in half. You get up, you go, throw it in the blender. You don't got to be buying all these separate ingredients. To me, cost-wise, it's the same as if you go out here to Starbucks. If you go out here
it's $5.99 to $7.99 a smoothie, according to them.
It's $7.99 in store per pack.
Per pack.
And this pack, the pack that they have, is supposed to be for 2 smoothies.
I see.
But that's dumb. The smoothie's gonna be like 6 ounces.
You do one.
So I use one whole one for because ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay.
But yeah, you can go online or you can go to Whole Foods, try it out. It's the lazy girl method, and you get your nutrients in.
Okay, cool. So you guys got some alternatives here for smoothies. We're going to challenge you to send us your favorite smoothie recipes. So you can go into our Facebook group. If you're not a member, go join. It's the Brown Women Wellness Facebook group. So go in there and share us some of your smoothies, or you can send us, things to our email at info@brownwomenwellness.com. You can communicate with us, you guys. Let us know you're out there. We talking, when now I see how our disc jockeys feel when they're doing
disc jockeys.
Yeah, DJs, when they in the studio now, they have to have this energy and they got to feed off their own energy, because while we're looking at, I'm sure we're just staring at 1, 2, 3 cameras. So
Well, I have this. Why don't you share with us what you don't like in smoothies? Let's switch it.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because before I discovered my method, I used to run this and make some really nasty smoothies. And, it's always funny when you go out. This is why people like to go to smoothie shops, because you go there, you're going to get the same thing. You don't have to think about it, and it's going to taste good.
Yeah.
But every time you try to make something at home, it don't ever come out right. Even if you're not trying to mimic the smoothies in the shops, the smoothies just don't come out right sometimes.
That's why I'm giving you guys a formula. And we're going to put this formula on our website. You'll be able to go to brownwomenwellness.com.
It'll be in our newsletter.
And it'll be in our newsletter as well. You'll get this formula so that you can follow. Because did you know the other day that my husband, who is a meat-loving, sweet chocolate-eating man, said to me, "How do you make a smoothie?" I almost fell off the kitchen. He wanted to know about a smoothie. I wanted to jump up and down and do some jumping jacks, because he sees me make one every day. So I am like, man, he finally gets it. Because, sometimes you can't tell people what to do. You just got to show them what to do. And, so I think he's ready to jump on the smoothie train. Can you believe that?
Blessed be.
I know, right? There's hope for everyone. So in closing, this is it. we hope that you've learned something about smoothies that you probably never heard before because, don't nobody tell you the real deal. And
Don't forget to tag us in your terrible smoothies or your good smoothies. Either one.
Yeah,
Let us know.
Yeah, this is the show where we're going to give it to you straight with no chaser.
And you can tag us everywhere on social media, Brown Women Wellness, Instagram and Facebook. You can email us a picture with whatever, info@brownwellness.com. If you go to our website, you can also sign up for our newsletter where we share this in a little bit more in-depth detail on just all things brown women and wellness.
All right, so we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Living Inflammation Free, sponsored by Brown Women Wellness. If you want to know more about us and our podcast, check us out over on our website at brownwomenwellness.com or livinginflammationfree.com. Join our Facebook group at Living Inflammation Free, and coming soon, our Brown Women Wellness community group. And remember, we are not doctors, and any information shared by us is not medical advice. Please always follow your doctor's advice.
And don't forget to rate and review our podcast and let us know what you loved about this week's episode. And please subscribe to wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.
Don't forget to find us across all social platforms at Brown Women Wellness or at Living Inflammation Free. As always, show notes with links to what we talked about today in this week's episode will be in the description box. Talk soon, babes.